How do you solve for time if you have an exponential decay problem? We'll take the same formula that we've worked with prior, and let's start plugging in our information here. We have a tractor that was $29,000. That's our initial amount. We want it to depreciate to $6,634.27 at 19% per year. And what we want to do is we want to solve for time in this particular problem. So we're just going to fill in our information into the equation, and we're solving for time. So the question is, how do you solve for time? Well, time is an exponent, and it's like exponentiating in the problem. And so when you solve problems, you do opposites. So the opposite of exponentiating is going to be logging. And we'll talk about that here as we go through this problem. So let's kind of clean it up a little bit. We're going to do 1 minus 0.19 under the parenthesis here. And then how do we start to solve this? Same thing that we just talked about a second ago. We're going to start to do opposite operations in order to isolate that variable t. So let's look at 29,000. We're multiplying 29,000 times 0.81 to the t power. So to bring it over to the other side, we're just going to do the opposite of multiplying by 29,000, which would be to divide by 29,000 to the other side. So we'll rewrite our equation here. 0.81 to the t power. And now I'm going to do 6634.27 divided by 29,000. And we'll just round it to 0.229. So now we have to isolate the variable t. So again, the opposite of exponentiating is going to be to log. So we are going to do this for both sides. We're going to log both sides. No trees were hurt during this problem. So we take the log of 0.229, and then we take the log of 0.81 to the t power. And let me get some more space here with this problem. Open up a little bit of extra room here. There we go. Now the properties of log say that I can actually take that exponent t and put it in front of log. So now we have t times the log of 0.81, and to isolate the variable t, we're just going to, instead of multiplying t times the log of 0.81, we're going to divide over the log of 0.81 to the other side. And then after we do this, we've isolated the variable for t. And now it just comes down to calculator work. So you're going to take your calculator here, find the log button of 0.229, and we're going to divide that by the log of 0.81. And you get 6.995 and some change. So time is approximately, for this tractor to depreciate from $29,000 to $6,634.27, it's going to take about 7 years.